You win, Pedro. You can't beat Pedro Pascal.
Can I just mention that this guy has he just owns my heart, man. I love Pedro.
Did you see him on Saturday Night Live?
Hilarious, man.
The Super Mario skit.
Oh my gosh. If they're not making that movie for real, then it's
Didn't
like
it look good?
y'all are failing.
That's what we need.
Getting doped up on mushrooms. Like, they make me
they make me feel big, okay?
Oh my gosh. Welcome everybody to Zia Comic Weekly, where we would love to be extras in that Mario Kart movie if it ever does get made. So
oh yeah, sorry, I was making faces in the camera.
Oh my gosh, we get ready to nerd out for the next half hour, and of course we love Pedro Pascal. I mean, who doesn't right now, right?
Yeah.
Like,
do
everybody
yourself a favor and look up the Vanity Fair interview sketch he did. It's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, what's going on with you, Troy? What's been happening? Nice hat, by the way.
Yeah, that's my event hat.
It's his what's it, self-plug. It's his self-promotion right there. So
I just need some little neon lights to go around it.
Hey, we'll work that into the budget so that way we can have like neon lights and then like a spotlight on your hat. So that
you guys have a budget?
Somewhere. I can't find it though. We're gonna look for it. It's somewhere. I think it's roaming down the hall.
Yeah, I blew our budget on a soda.
I know. I was gonna say our budget is gonna be Martine holding up his cell phone light doing this.
Just going back and forth with the light.
You wanted a spotlight? There you go. There's your spotlight. Oh my! What's been going on though? What's been happening? I see you're not in Alamogordo this week.
That's funny because I was supposed to be. There's a delivery today. Yeah, there's a delivery today. But when I woke up, man, the wind woke me up this morning. It was howling like crazy, and then it snowed, and then the snowflakes got really big. And I was like, yeah, I'm not driving over the Oregon Pass, the Oregon Mountain Pass. So I called them because I figured last time they canceled because of wind for the trucks. And they're like, oh no, we're coming now. I was like, of course, the week I don't go over there, you guys are going to show up. So I had somebody who had a key go and open up for them, and they're unloading it right now. I just looked on the cameras.
Okay. So I know last time, of course, last week's episode, if you guys recall, very colorful. You had different color walls, and now it seems like you're back in the headquarters.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the same colors we have in Las Cruces, except the building's bigger, so the colors are spread out more. Here, they're all jammed together like a crayon box in Alamogordo.
Hey, it still gives you that feel, man. I mean, it's going to be great once everything's rocking and rolling. But looks like you guys are finally getting at a nice pace for Alamogordo. Don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, please don't. Don't say that.
I know. Okay, I'm knocking on. I think this is wood. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, yeah, I got to go over there sometime next couple of days now and assemble all the shelves. And still need to get a cash wrap and some glass displays. And I've got somebody giving me a price on those from a business that was going under. They installed the cameras. I was just there like 2 days ago. They installed the security cameras. And we got 2 pinballs in the arcade now. We're moving up. Yeah, they delivered another pinball. So, a couple more pinballs. We'll have the arcade room filled. And then I got to start transferring some product over there. Man, the deliveries.
It's getting real, man. It really is. So
it might actually happen.
Free comic book day. That's still the plan, right?
Yes. Yes. I'm afraid to say it out loud.
Yeah. Okay. You don't say it out loud, okay? We'll leave it at that. So shake your head. If somebody's watching this right now and I'm asking questions and you're just doing this, they're like, is he in trouble? Do we need to call somebody? Oh man. Well, I'm ready to nerd out on a couple of things that have been going on this week. So much. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Have you checked it out yet?
No.
Not yet.
I try to avoid the theater if I can.
Yeah, I tell you, man, it's those Tuesdays, those $5 Tuesdays always come in clutch, but there's always so much going on a Tuesday that you just sometimes can never find time to go.
Yeah, and it's still a theater. I'm kind of burned out on theaters, man. I I got a big TV. I have a good sound system. I'll just watch it here. It'll hit Disney Plus here soon.
Yes, I believe by early April you're going to be getting Ant-Man and the Wasp on Disney Plus, and I think it's got similar to what you were mentioning about the Eternals last week. It's that movie that maybe it is. I mean, it's not very like, oh, you need a rush to go see it. I mean, you got to see it obviously, but I mean, I think you're going to probably enjoy it more from home. So
I enjoy all the movies better from home. I'm that guy. If I didn't have to leave the house, I never would. If I could do it all from here.
Yeah, parenthood has changed that for me because now I'm just kind of like, I need to find a way to get out of the house.
I remember those days. Yeah. I'm more like did you see was it Blade 2 or 3 when he broke into the big computer server room and he had that big blob of a vampire that was just sitting there? That's my dream.
You're like, I don't want to have to move. If I don't have to move, I'm fine.
Wally is my perfect future.
I mean, it's, but sometimes, man, being at home watching a movie is just better than going to the theater sometimes. I mean, we spend all this money on the big TV and the sound system that goes really loud and the lights that flash. And we've got to go spend $18
out how to
watch a
do
movie.
The popcorn. There'd be no reason to go to the theater.
Oh, I got some good news for you. AMC is getting ready to sell their line of popcorn at Walmart. So they will have their own line of popcorn that they're going to start selling. It's already popped, ready to go. Just go pick up a bag and it'll be ready for you. So you can have movie style popcorn at home. Is
it that greasy, buttery, cholesterol inducing stuff?
They got light, extra butter, but they got it all for you. Extra.
I don't think you understand when I say extra. I wanted like popcorn soup.
So this is what you do. You go buy that at Walmart, go to the movie theater, use the extra butter in that bag, and then go home.
Yeah, I want to eat my popcorn with a spoon.
Man, I actually, okay, so this is bad. Side note about the popcorn. So I've been talking about I want movie theater popcorn. For Valentine's Day on our way home, my wife, that's what she got me for Valentine's Day. It was movie theater. She went to the theater, bought me a thing of popcorn, said, Happy Valentine's Day. I was like,
she does love you.
She does. I was like, to some people, they're like, we want a popcorn for Valentine's Day? Yes, I did.
That's when they zoom in on your face. You got the little tear just roll.
No, I looked like Pedro Pascal whenever she did that. That was my look whenever that happened. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, you can see your dream is getting there closer and closer.
I know they sell the butter. You can go online and buy the theater style butter, but it just never seems to come out the same.
Yeah, I don't know what they're using their machines or what
some kind of magic.
Can you just sell me the machine? Like, can I just take the machine home? Like,
they got like a Harry Potter dude back. It's one of the house elves.
It's make it extra buttery. Done. Mandalorian 3 officially is here, everybody. Of course, season 3 kicked off this week. A lot of fans are excited to see the Mandalorian and, of course, Pedro. We're all happy to see Pedro. This episode is basically going to be about him because I'm looking at the lineup right now. I mean, we got that Last of Us. I mean, this guy is everywhere. So
it's all Pedro all the time.
My gosh. Have you got a chance to see it? Or if not, what are your expectations for season 3?
I watched it last night. Yes. Along with the new Bad Batch.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So thoughts so far. I've seen a lot of people say that they are starting off right.
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, it left right off, they're picking up where he's been ostracized. Well, now he's an apostate, which is the name of that episode. So he's kind of shunned from his clan because all the Mandalorians don't follow that same mantra. He's kind of, ostracized until he can bathe himself in the waters of Mandalore beneath the mines. Well, Mandalore's pretty much, you're not supposed to go there. It's poisoned. It's been bombed to death. So he's like, well, I can't. That's impossible. How else can I atone? No, you can't. Be gone. So yeah, it's did you watch it?
I haven't seen it yet. The only reason I haven't is because I'm currently in the middle of trying to catch up on The Last of Us.
I think I'm one episode behind on that. Did you watch episode 3?
I just finished episode 3.
Oh, every episode they grab a different emotion and start stabbing you in the heart with it.
Man, I tell you, like, so we started this, when did we start this? Sunday. And we started it late, and I'm like, okay. I was like, I just want to see what it's about. Man, like, but you're right. Every episode, you have a different emotion. And
Yep.
it's just crazy. It is such a good series. I didn't want to believe the hype. Like, I was just like, I saw a lot of people. It is worth it, man.
Yeah, considering it's a video game based movie,
Mhm.
but whoever the writer or writers, man, they're just knocking it out of the park every episode.
Yeah, so I'm on episode 3, which was the last. I mean, it's just
That's not Nick Offerman that I know. I'm used to Ron Swanson, and
yes.
big departure from the Ron Swanson character. Let me tell you.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's such a good show, and that's where we go back to, Pedro, like, come on, man, like, he cannot miss, like, everything he's doing right now, like, his 'cause I would love to see how much time is spent watching his stuff compared to any other programming right now. Seriously, because I mean, between that Nicolas Cage movie, which I still need to go see, I told you I wanted to
Oh,
watch it, haven't seen it yet.
such a good movie.
I wanna go. I need to see that this weekend. The Mandalorian, which I wanna watch this weekend, so I can try to stay caught up on that. And then with this show, like,
Is Narcos still on? Because isn't he in Narcos also?
he was in Narcos as well. I have kind of fell back a little bit on I haven't caught up with Narcos as of late.
Yeah,
It's been a
you can start a streaming service with just Pedro.
I know, and that his face would be that logo. Like, I wanna click. Oh, man, but it's just, man, there's so much out there and him being attached to it, man. At this point, any streaming service that does not have him on there, you need to figure out how to get him on your streaming service because he's gold right now. Even when he did, like you said, Saturday Night Live, it was amazing.
Every sketch he was in was just crazy. It was so good.
One I keep seeing on TikTok, and obviously is the teacher one, where they keep saying, why are you guys flirting with me? Or why are you guys calling me? You're giving me dad vibes, or whatever the case may be. And just his face, just him posing is hilarious.
So if we did a movie with him and Jonathan Morgan together, because the movies that Pedro's not in, he is.
I
So
mean, whoever their agents are, man, are getting a heck of a Christmas bonus because my gosh, man, they just happen to know when to strike. And what's funny is like the Pedro thing just seemed like it happened like organically,
it just kind of snuck up on you.
right? Like it's like boom, SNL, and the next thing you know, he is everywhere. But he had already kind of started building up this momentum, and I think that's really good. And I think Disney benefits from it because this other show, and now the Mandalorian, and it's just there's just positive reviews. So I kind of feel like the streaming services benefit at the end of the day from one thing to the next. It doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, I'm only HBO. And no, you can play it everywhere and you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I'm starting to pay more for streaming than I ever did for cable because there's
Oh,
so many of them now.
and at this point, it's a fight. I'm just like, you know what? Just take my money at this point because I just there's no going back at this point.
Well, in the beginning, I was like, I'm going to save money. I'm dropping cable, and I'm just going to Netflix and
Yeah.
Disney Plus, and then you had Paramount, then you had the CBS one. It just keeps building and building.
Yeah, and it's it's building into a pretty big bill is what it's building
Yeah,
into.
I'm waiting for them to just go a la carte, where you just buy the shows you want to see, regardless of what service they're on.
So I saw something. There's this service that Disney had where I guess you could share, like if you guys had the same service, you can share movies. It's like I think it's called Movie Share. Disney has so if you guys both have this, so say you and I have this service and you're like, hey, I want to see this movie, I could share it to you.
Hmm.
And then it's like, okay, you could watch it. Well, I guess Disney owned it and they realized it was affecting them. And now they're just going to get rid of it altogether. So it was pretty popular for those that like to share movies with their friends that they said, nah, it's making us lose some money. So we got to get rid of it. Disney right now, it seems like, I don't know why, when they got a lot of successful stories right now, I don't know what's going on, but they're like starting to unload some things like that. And then there's also the rumor that Disney's going to sell Hulu.
Oh, I might have to drop because the only reason I have Hulu is because it comes with Disney. I mean, it comes with Disney and ESPN, but I don't really watch that much ESPN.
Yeah.
You take away my Disney Plus, we're having issues. We're gonna
Yeah,
find
no, I mean, that bundle deal was great because you got
Yeah.
those 3 services, and, I don't know how I'd feel about that one, but, Disney may sell Hulu, and this is the report I saw this morning. They may sell it to Comcast.
Oh,
So,
oh,
yeah. I don't know.
I'm not sure
Uh,
about that. Yeah,
yeah,
if they split those up, probably go back to YouTube TV because that's what we had before.
yeah.
And YouTube TV openly says, "Hey, share it with 6 of your family. We don't care."
Yeah, that's the benefit of YouTube is to be able to share with your family, but,
Yeah.
if you got beef with your family at some point, you can always say, "You know what? You don't deserve access to TV today. I'm gonna take it away from you."
So it's a carrot you can dangle in front of them.
Yeah. It's like, "What? You made me
What?
mad? You didn't wanna help
Yeah.
me
Oh,
out?
oh,
Okay, watch."
oh, your profile's not there.
Yeah, somebody won't be watching any football this Monday.
You didn't take the trash out?
Oh, man, that's a good one. That is a very good one, right? "Sorry, kids, you guys didn't want to?"
Yeah, with kids.
Profile would. So, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with the future with Disney, especially with I mean, and, with, company changes and people coming back and being at the top of Disney and being in charge. Who knows what the plan is, but if Disney does sell Hulu, that could be definitely a problem. And I like you said, I might as well go to YouTube TV at that point.
Yeah, because we had YouTube TV before, and the only reason I left was because of that Disney bundle. I'm like, "Oh, that's too much to turn down. I gotta go."
Well, I mean, it'll hopefully save us some money if we have to make that move, but really it wouldn't because, well, we're still gonna be spending more and more money on streaming services.
Yeah, I mean, I've been dropping them and picking another one up. Like with Paramount, I picked it up just so I could see Tulsa King.
Mhm.
AMC, I picked it up only until Better Call Saul was over. So, and then I dropped them some. This I'm going to be service hopping.
But I mean, you might as well at this point. I mean, because like you said, if they came up with this a la carte type, I want to get it because right now, what's really on Netflix that's got a lot of people that, hey, I need to go to Netflix right now. I don't think there's anything.
Stranger Things is coming soon.
Yeah, but
That's the only
that's
reason I would really get hyped right now for Netflix.
yeah. No word on when Squid Games this next season's going to come out, so that's going to be a while. So at this point, can we just put a pause on Netflix? Because
Well, I've been watching a lot of the foreign language stuff, a lot of the stuff out of Bollywood, or a lot of them coming out of Korea now are really, really good. They're not influenced by Hollywood, so they're actually good stories.
I like that they're not influenced by Hollywood.
Yeah, because Hollywood's all about making that bottom dollar.
Man,
So yeah, the Bollywood stuff and the Korean drama series, they're actually really good. And that's the
well, I
only
mean,
thing I've been watching on Netflix.
there's nothing, and I for the longest time thought with Netflix, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go back and watch these old movies I enjoyed. I didn't realize there would get to a point where there was a burnout factor to where you're like, do I really got to watch this? Like, cool, like it's fine.
Yeah, yeah. There's nothing else on, and don't forget about Amazon Prime. They've
Oh,
been
that's right.
with The Boys and Invincible.
Yeah, and
Um,
then yeah, oh man, I tell you. And then I just saw for fans of what is it, Ted Lasso? I haven't seen that show yet, Ted Lasso,
I
but
haven't watched it, but I heard it's
yeah,
really good.
yeah, Apple TV Plus. There's another one, so add that one to your list.
Like I told
Um,
you, a la carte. They need to go a la carte.
I'm telling you, and if y'all once y'all do that, that was Troy's idea, all right? So y'all need to make sure y'all send the check to Troy because
I'll
y'all
take it.
y'all take them. That was his idea first. He got to it first. Talking about Netflix, there was this story that came out earlier this week that talking pretty much about how Netflix is losing its dominance as a streaming service, and I blame Pedro Pascal for this one because I mean he's on everything but something on Netflix. Uh,
Yeah.
but they're saying that this once dominant streaming service that occupied everybody's time is now really having to figure out what's next for them because They're saying that right now Disney Plus, HBO Max, and Apple TV Plus seem to be the 3 biggest threats towards their model and what they got going on. And I guess the study shows that a lot of them that have Netflix are also purchasing these secondary streamers. So,
Well, as much as Discover has tried to destroy everything they have, I'm surprised that HBO Max up there because they just been trying to dismantle everything they had going.
yeah. I mean, I think it took them a while I'm wondering if they were just unsure of what was going to happen, but there's been some great shows that have, you know, dropped on HBO Max that I just don't know why they didn't promote them well. Like, do you really think The Last of Us really got a big rollout for them? It just kind of was one of those that organically happened.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing a lot about it. I mean, every once in a while you would see something on Facebook, but not a
Yeah.
lot, not a big hype.
So, I mean, HBO just did a better job promoting what they have on there. I think they could do really good and finally figure out what the heck you're doing with DC and what you're going to do with those shows, movies, and everything else above that you have. Because I think just comic book fans just want to find a place to go. Like, we know we can get our Marvel at Disney, but if our DC stuff we can get at HBO Max, that'd be great.
Maybe James Gunn will talk some sense into him
I kind of feel
because
like that's the
he's got
guy
the
that's going to do
roadmap.
it.
Yeah, he's got the roadmap for DC planned out, and he's done a pretty decent job over at Marvel. So I got to kind of believe in him. I'll give him credit until he shows me he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, and I am getting kind of excited for what's coming up for DC, even though it does look a little sketchy. It does look promising. It really does, because Shazam coming out next month, or actually this month. We're already in March.
Yes, we are.
It's like, yeah, no, it's in 2 weeks. It comes out.
Yeah,
So where did 2023 go? Right?
yeah.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. And maybe doing like what you said, like what they were doing during the pandemic, maybe 30 days, put those DC movies on the streaming service for 30 days. People are still going to go to the theaters, but for us, we want to stay at home and watch these
Yeah, I'm
movies.
not going to theater. But
Yeah.
some
So,
people swear by it. I talk to them, are like, "Oh, the theater is so much better." I'm like, "Okay." In the theater, if you go to Allen Theaters, can you pause it and go to the bathroom, or you try to guess when the lull is going to be in the action and run?
or when you got that family member that likes to ask a lot of questions during a movie
Oh,
that says, "Oh, what was that guy doing?" I'm like, "Oh no." So that's one of the reasons I will never watch a movie with my mom.
we
I'm
went
sorry.
one time. It wasn't that long ago. The guy next to us was explaining every step of the movie to his girlfriend. I mean, I'm serious. It was like nonstop talk with this guy. So finally, I got up and I leaned over his chair. I was like, "You need to shut up." He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was being so loud." I was like, "Don't talk at all.
It's an action movie and I can hear
Yeah,
you. That's a
just,
problem.
just shut up."
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I mean, it's just if I think if HBO Max stuck to that theory, the way that that chemistry of just 30 days, take it off, and we'll re-release it. But you got that. Even if they reduced it to 15 days, I think you appointment set that way to get people excited to say, "Hey man, I got 15 days to go watch the second Shazam. So I better figure out
Yeah,
a time to watch that. Otherwise, that's my fault that I didn't watch it at home. Then I need to go to the theaters to go watch it."
yeah. They had a big backlash from the theaters
Yeah.
because they were crying. They lost all this money, and uh, they were threatening boycotts and stuff. And I'm thinking, if I'm one of the big movie producing houses, I'm like, "Go ahead, boycott me."
Yeah. Like I just said, there's a ton of other streamers that will play ball. And I think also just making sure that the actors are aware. I mean, the whole Scarlett Johansson thing, I mean,
Yeah, the
that was,
contracts were not ready. They had in place, those contracts were not ready for streaming.
yeah. And if
I
anybody
bet they're in there
knows,
now.
you best believe I was like, Disney learned their lesson, especially if, I mean, I can't remember how much they settled that whole thing for, but I mean, if you're,
It was hefty.
yeah, so Mickey
ScarJo got
Mouse,
paid.
Mickey Mouse really felt that one. That's probably why Scarlett Johansson hasn't done a movie in a while. She's like, "Oh, I'm good."
I don't need it. No.
So that's their fault. So yeah, but I don't know, man. Let's see what happens with DC. I mean, and like you said, James Gunn obviously knows what he's doing. I mean, it's just it's I mean, we just want to see what happens, man. It's one of those things where I'm like, it can't get here fast enough because you're just like, I want to see what happens. What's next? I know a lot is going to change after this Flash movie comes out in the summer.
Uh,
So
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they haven't pulled that one, and I'm surprised so many people are still hyped for it with Ezra Miller because that guy did some atrocious stuff.
yeah, no, and I mean, I could see them definitely just I don't know to what capacity they're going to do this, but they got to remove his character away, far away from anything that they do in the future.
Flashpoint is the perfect way to do it. You
Yep.
bring in a different Flash.
We like this guy. See, there you go. They could do a Flash tryout on this movie. There you go. Like, do you like this Flash? No. Do you like this Flash? And while we're at it, let's see if we can find us a new Green Lantern in the process.
I think they should have a chubby Flash. Just some dude just with Cheeto dust on the front of his shirt. Always got the Dorito bag. But
Every time he
quick whenever he has to run.
Every time he takes off and comes back, he has a new fast food item.
Well, Flash has to eat. He has to have energy for all that running.
I
So why not
mean,
make him chubby?
I know he's just practicing good weight management. I mean, if he ran, you have to eat. The calories you burn, you need to make up for them. So what if he ran to a McDonald's and came back
I want
5
dad
seconds
bod
later?
Flash.
That's what we need. You know, we love dad bod Thor. We need
Yep.
dad bod Flash. That's a good one.
Yes. And the suit doesn't quite fit. You can see his belly button and the shirt
Oh
pulled
my
up.
gosh. Like, you know how they try to button the shirts and they're kind of spread?
It's spread apart.
Like, why is the lightning bolt like way across? Like, the lightning bolt has stretch marks. What's going on? Oh my gosh. So definitely a lot to catch up on. Hopefully Ant-Man and the Wasp is one of those things that you catch up on. I mean, like I said, it'll be a while before it goes out, but it is going to be a movie that you'll get to see, on Disney Plus pretty soon. And then of course we'll just have to enjoy in the meantime all of the Mandalorian and The Last of Us and reruns of SNL with Pedro Pascal. So
I'm just kind of upset that they're getting away from releasing it all at once. Even Netflix is starting to pull back and do it an episode at a time on a lot of their stuff.
yeah,
I love
I
the
know.
binge.
I do too. And that's where I'm like, because that's what I've done with The Mandalorian in the past is like, okay, let me give myself 3 episodes and then, I'll try to binge them and just try to stay ahead. But I kind of can't, man, because I really want to know what happened because so yeah, that's on the menu for this weekend is the new season of The Mandalorian. So y'all go check that out. Anything else you're checking out online? Anything we haven't thought about? Maybe something unique that people need to be checking for?
Well, like I said, I love Bad Batch. If you haven't been watching that, if you don't have to watch the Clone Wars, but it does help fill in a lot of the blanks.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Batch has been pretty amazing, which is that errant group of stormtroopers they made that they didn't make them to the same template. Each one of them has a different heightened ability, which makes them even look different than the others.
Okay.
That one's pretty good, and I think it just started its third. It's about the middle of its third season. Yeah. Other than that, I don't watch as much TV as I used to. Like I said, Tulsa King ended. Yellowstone. I think they're getting ready to jump the shark. I'm kind of losing interest in Tulsa or in Yellowstone.
Yeah. I'm kind of like that right now with the latest season of Yellowstone. I'm just like, is this something I'm going to continue watching? Because there's those shows where it just kind of, fizzles out after a while. You're like, okay, I think I'm kind of over it now.
Well, Yellowstone, you're rooting for the Dutton family, and then you start to think about it. You go, this is a family of murderers.
Right? You're like, am I rooting for the wrong team? What's going on?
I'm not sure I should be rooting for this guy.
Yeah, I kind of stopped wearing my Yellowstone shirt as of lately. I'm like,
I mean, they're likable characters, but then you start thinking about it, you're like, I'm just rooting for the bad guy.
Oh man, everybody needs to root for the heel at least once or twice. So
it's every episode with those guys, though.
I know, man. So yeah, Yellowstone is one that I need to kind of stay up. But it's just been kind of tough, man, because I'm like, am I still really into this, especially with everything else that's kind of coming out. I'm like, okay, well,
Well, I can tell you every episode, somebody's threatening the ranch, they kill them. Next episode, somebody else is threatening the ranch,
they killed him. Oh my gosh! Before we get out of here, well, what's going on with El Paso Comic Con?
I'm getting all the transportation stuff set up now. I just did that earlier this morning, so we can get all those guests flown out here for people to see.
Yeah.
The venue's all ready. I mean, we're ready to go. We're just biding our time now.
It's like, okay, now we wait. We patiently wait until we strike.
Now we wait.
Of course, people can still get tickets. Go and get your tickets today. What are we looking at as far as there's still individual days, correct? They can still go get.
Yeah, you can still
days.
get your Friday, Saturday, or Sunday tickets. There's weekend tickets and VIP tickets. Those are limited. And last I looked, the VIP tickets they're getting close to selling out. So
yeah,
if you're thinking about it, don't wait, man. You might want to go grab it.
Get your tickets, guys, to El Paso Comic Con. It is going to be amazing. And you guys have a newsletter that they can stay up to date with, right? For Comic Con?
Yes, we do.
So
yeah, and you can get that from the website. I believe there's a link to join the newsletter. And we're adding an event coming up in June, an anime event. And I put up the guest list, and it's a pretty good guest list, man. If you're into voice acting, got some big names.
So.
And there's one or two we haven't added yet. One I just got the contract back yesterday. Bryce Pappenbrook, big voice actor name, but the rest of them are pretty big too. So we're hoping this one takes off as well.
and you expect this guy to like take time to watch all these shows that are going on, and between this and Alamogordo and Comic-Con and oh yeah, we're gonna do an anime event.
Yeah, and then sometimes I sleep.
Sometimes, I mean, hey, you just got to start doing this.
Yeah, I do. A lot of times I'll stare at the screen like I don't remember what I was doing.
Oh my gosh! All right, well, get this man some coffee, okay? Because we need to make sure he's staying. Oh, see, look, he was ready. Okay,
that's like the third cup this morning.
Yeah, I know. I'm on like cup number 2 right now. I don't know where I left my cup. You get to that point where like I know I put it down somewhere.
Yes,
I just
and then I'll pay for it tonight when I'm wired and can't sleep.
And that's when you watch other episodes of The Mandalorian or The Last of Us. If they want to keep up with you on the socials, how can they look for you?
We're all over interwebs. We got the gram, we got Twitter, we got YouTube, we got Facebook, and of course TikTok.
That's right. Make sure you give them a follow. And then myself, don't forget to follow me on the TikTok, Joey on the FM, Big Show FM on Instagram, Hot 103's Big Show on Facebook, and stay up to date with us. Guys, this has been another edition of Zia Comic Weekly. We'll see y'all next week.
Later, nerds.